I brought you in here today because I wanted to see how it's been transitioning from elementary into middle school. How would you say your school year's going so far?
It's been good, except that I'm late to every class because it's hard to kind of like go in front of classes because there's so many people.
Right. It is difficult because in elementary you didn't have lockers, right?
Right.
So you're having to undo a lock and get to all your classes, and every class period you have a different teacher.
Right.
Right. So that's pretty difficult. What do you think are some ways that we could help you out getting to class on time?
Well, it could help me out if we could work on my combination because that's really giving me trouble.
Okay, we could do that. We could practice some on working on your combination. What do you think about if I let you partner up with someone who could help you get to class that maybe is doing well about getting on class on time, and they just stay with you for about a week?
That'd be well.
Then you'd like that? Good. Reagan, why don't you tell me about a time that you've been tardy to class?
Well, one time I was tardy to class, and my teacher, she yelled at me in front of everybody, and it kind of didn't make me feel so well.
What are some words that you can use to describe how you felt?
I felt really sad. That's one of the words. I felt disappointed in myself for not being able to get to class on time.
So, if you were able to come to class on time, how do you think it would make you feel?
It'd make me feel much better about continuing the 5th grade and stuff, and it'd make me happier and more confident.
Good. Megan, tell me how you have felt transitioning from elementary into middle school.
I have felt more independent.
Good. How does it make you feel more independent?
Because we don't have teachers around us all the time, and we have lockers.
Yeah, do you like having a locker?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Has your locker made you tardy any of your classes?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, you've been getting to school on time. Megan, do you want to tell me what happened today in art?
Well, while Miss Henson was talking, Kylie decided to steal my scissors, and without my permission, and so I got him back.
Well, what did y'all say anything to each other? Was it just taking the scissors away, or was there more to it?
All I said was, Kylie.
And she gave them right back?
I had a little bit of struggle.
You had a little bit of a struggle with it?
Yeah.
What kind of things did you say to each other?
Nothing really.
Nothing really mean? Did you have to pull for your scissors, or what happened?
A little bit.
A little bit. Are there any other struggles that you've had in middle school?
Miss Crim's class.
What kind of struggles have you had there? Have you had struggles with the work, or have you had struggles with students that you're in there with?
Just the work.
Just the work. Is it hard?
A little bit.
A little bit. What are some ways do you think that I can help you with that work? Is it just because the material's hard, or what is it?
I don't really understand what it's saying sometimes.
Well, maybe we can schedule times during enrichment for you just to work one-on-one with Miss Krim, and then that way it could get you caught up and you could understand better. Does that sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about how's your relationship been with your friends?
Sometimes we get into arguments.
What kind of things do y'all get into arguments about?
It's just simple stuff that doesn't really matter.
Do y'all usually get over it pretty quick?
Sometimes it takes a little bit.
It does. How does it make you feel when you're arguing with your friends? Does it make you sad? Do you feel angry at them?
I feel angry and a little bit upset.
And a little bit upset. How does it feel when you make up with your friends, when you're back being friends again?
It makes me feel that there's nothing there's nothing that can stop us from being friends.
That's good, because your relationship's so good. Awesome. Do you think your friends are having a good time developing into middle school? Do you think that they're liking it?
They're probably not liking the work, but overall I think they're enjoying it.
Do you think that the work's harder in middle school?
Yes.
Yes. Well, what are some activities that you're involved in? Like, do you twirl? What do you do?
I do twirl.
All right. Well, how does it make you feel when you do something like twirling that you really love? What does that feel like?
It makes me feel like I can do something that not everybody can do.
Yeah, it makes you feel important, doesn't it? Good. All right. Let's set a goal for you today. And your goal is going to be that you go all day long without getting an argument with any of your friends. You think you can achieve that goal?
Hopefully.
Okay. Sounds good. And you come back and see me tomorrow and let me know if you achieve that goal. All right. Thank you. Okay, girls. Tell me, how's middle school been going?
It's horrible.
What's so horrible about it?
I got called a word on the first day of school by one of my friends. But obviously, he said it wasn't true, but you know, it's whatever.
Yeah, people are just mean to try to act cool for other people. And they're supposed to be your friends.
How does that make you feel?
It upsets me.
What do you do to deal with that, how it's upsetting you? Do you feel like you want to talk about other people, or what do you do?
Kind of feel like I want to talk about it with people, but I kind of just want to cry at the same time. And just want to not think about it.
What about you? How does it make you feel?
I don't know, like, some people just decide to hang out with a totally different crowd. You know, they'll hang out with you one day and then they'll go off with this group of people that they've never hung out with before until something has come up and they don't want to be around you anymore.
So do you
So
think,
then we're over here sitting on the bench and they're
By
all over there
ourselves.
together. And Alex,
tell me about what happened.
well, I was dating somebody and we broke up. And so he decides to go start hanging out with his girlfriend before me and her whole crowd. And
Then after that, his best friend,
which is all of our friends start hanging out because
Start
they
hanging out
follow
with them.
everybody and it just. And then
Starts
Alex
hanging out
sits
with
over here and
them.
he don't know anybody, so he's like, he don't know where to go.
yeah, true. He kind of just.
So he doesn't really know where to fit in?
He does.
No.
He doesn't. I mean, and his friends are over there hanging out with this group of people, and Alex doesn't even know them.
And
He has to. I mean, he don't even get to hang out with this. It's just been these last couple of days. They
So-
started to
this week.
this week.
It
And
sounds like you kind of want everybody to just be independent and decide who they want to be friends with, and
yeah,
what's
not
happening
switch.
is, not switch back and forth.
Right. You can have a bunch of friends and you can hang out with whoever you want to, but I mean,
Make
we
up
can't
your mind.
stop you from that. But I mean,
Well, how do you think that he felt when he didn't have anywhere to go?
Hell.
probably alone. I mean, Tristan is
his friends weren't
his-
real.
his best friend, and they have every class together. And Alex is new. He came from Avery, which is way smaller than this, and he's just sitting over there and by himself and alone.
So why is it so important to y'all for everyone to have their own specific friends? Why is that important? Like, why is friendship important to you?
Because your friends are the people that you can go and talk to when you're like having a rough day, and tell them about stuff like this. And
Like that's
if
what.
you don't have any friends, what's
What
going
do
to
you-
happen? Is it
Yeah,
just
like
in a bottle
one of my
inside
friends,
you?
like I've known her for my whole life. We used to not hang out as much, but now we started hanging out more. And everybody, like, I got a text, a very long text. Well, this girl started being mean to me because she thought that I did not know this girl and that we were just like hanging out just to hang out because she knew that girl. Well, that was not the case, and she's tried to start stuff with everybody. And today's her birthday, and I texted her, and I was like, it's not who you've known, it's who you've been I wasn't friends with her. I never hung out with her until this year. Today's her 14th birthday, and I told her, it's not if we hang out every weekend. It's not if we see each other every single day. I mean, it's that I can trust her, and I can tell her anything, and that I know that she's not going to tell anybody. Some people are not like that.
Right.
Like Cassidy's the same way. I can tell Cassidy something and she won't go tell everybody. I mean,
And that's how you wish others were. Why do you think that they like to tell everybody everything else?
because it starts stuff and it makes them look cool and it makes them.
Because I think that it just makes them look better to the other people for a day.
How do y'all handle that though? When you hear all this stuff about how they're talking about each other and stuff like that, how do y'all handle that?
I tell Kinley and I ask the other people about it and I ask her what I should do about it.
Well, what kind of advice do you usually get to handle it?
Well, I tell her not to go all like crazy on somebody because there's some people that she would like to blow up on. And the other day, the girl texted her and she has a boyfriend, and this girl's always flirting with her boyfriend, and and
she will not leave him alone.
And so Cassidy she texts Cassidy. This is the same girl that she got into the big thing with the text messages and stuff from, and she just says, "What are you doing?" And she says, "Texting Briar."
Yeah, and Briar's my boyfriend.
And Cassie's like, "I really want to blow up on her right now." I'm like, Cassidy,
I just didn't answer.
That's the right
I told her to do.
It's just to ignore it.
And then I just deleted the messages.
And that's what I told. I told
myself.
myself. I said, it really only benefits the person if you let it bother you. Really.
That's great advice. Because she's right. She's doing that.
So
to
if
get at you.
Addison did that to make you mad, and you acted like it didn't bother you, she won't do it again because she's only doing it to make you mad.
But I don't want her to. I don't want her to think that that's okay, that she can just talk to him. You know, that I don't want her to talk to him.
How does it make you feel when she talks to him?
Like she's doing it to make me mad and she needs to leave him alone.
Well,
I mean, it's not like a second grader having a boyfriend anymore. I mean, when you have a boyfriend, you don't want everybody to.
Yeah, you don't want other girls hooked up on them.
It's just.
well, did you talk to your boyfriend about this? No.
Because
What do you think he would think?
That I was clingy and stuff.
All right. So how has this week been going? Better or worse than last week?
Better?
We're a little bit better and a little bit worse.
A little bit better, a little bit worse. What things have been better?
There hasn't. Never mind. It's not much better. It's.
People apologize for
Well, that's better, right?
stuff. Yeah, but then they apologized for it, then they went straight back to doing it again.
Well, how'd that make you feel when they do that?
Like, they're just not true friends and they're liars and
Obviously, I didn't mean what they said.
they didn't mean it, and I just feel like I can't trust them anymore.
Gotcha. What were you about to say that you decided to change your mind about?
I mean, I think that it's gotten a little bit better in some ways. I mean, the little stuff, but some days it's not much better. Like today's not been my day. Just not been my day.
All right, let's get off of talking about our social and our friendship relationships. What about our classes? What about our academics? How's that been?
Horrible, because we got some papers back in math, and I failed 2 of them.
Oh yeah.
And-
What happens to you when you fail? How do you feel? What do you worry about your parents? What is it like?
My parents, I feel like my parents are going to be really mad now.
Do you get punished for that?
Yeah, I get whoopings a lot. And if I don't take them, they